All right, I've gotten a little done. I had the cameras downloading this morning. I had 2 weeks worth of videos or 3 weeks worth of videos on the camera, so it took forever. But I've gotten the rest of this underneath here both ways. I may have to recut this one. This one came out a little short there. We'll see what happens when I make the piece go in there. If I like it and it covers fine, then I'll be okay with it. If not, I'll recut the little triangle to be closer. But yeah, so it's coming along. You know, now that I got this thing here figured out, that shouldn't be so bad to get it the rest of the way down. We'll see. You know, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, and then we'll need to build the box for the end of this and build the box for the end down there, but it's coming along. Anyway, one step at a time. It is crazy hot out here. I mean, I'm sweating to death and it's early morning. The humidity is through the roof, but I'm just going to poke along and try to get this. I'd like to get this one section done today. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, let me get busy. It's going along. I got lots to do still. Sorry, I know that bends. It's because there's another piece underneath there, but it doesn't have the piece on there, which I was going to start. Oh, it's starting to rain because I don't have the bottoms on these. And in order to put the bottoms on these, I need to put the details around the post. I need to do it over here too to get that one in and the bottom. So when he does the bricks, I also need to do the frame around the top and down the other side. So lots going on. I got to get this stuff out of the rain. Wow, I can't believe it's raining. Okay. Let's get out of here. It's supposed to rain for days and it hasn't rained. And I was cleaning up already, so it worked out good. All right, we need it for sure. I don't know how much we're gonna get, but that was really good timing. I was just cleaning up. Well, great timing on my part, getting this stuff out of the rain. Awesome, we need this rain bad. So good deal. All right, well, I'm gonna go edit videos or something inside where it's nice and cool for the rest of the afternoon. Got lots of stuff that I need to get caught up inside. Yeah, we'll get back on this tomorrow and it'll be another day. right, so those came out pretty good. Got the tops on them. They came out pretty clean. This one gave me a little trouble, but in the end it came out all right. So now we got those two done. Now I need to do the back two, and then I'll need to get the boards for the bottom and cut those, but not bad, not bad. Let's get these top ones put on. Then I've got to measure a side piece for it and get 4 side pieces cut, and then we'll figure out the bottoms. But well on our way. I like it. We're doing good. All right, so we're getting it done. Got those 2 tops on there. They're looking good. So now I think we're just going to start on the bottoms. Man, the mud daubers are ridiculous around here. I knocked this off. You know, I just washed this all day when we started, but whatever. Got to do it again, I guess. So anyway, let me get going on the bottom there. And we'll get these finished out and we'll go from there. I'm in the tomato plant rapid response vehicle. And we're heading down to the neighbor's house to see what's going on. Beautiful day, beautiful day. Well, I see some tomatoes there. No cage problems. Oh yeah, they're all blown over in there. All right, well let me fix this tomato massacre. We'll figure something out. All right, I got them back up. Not a fancy solution, but I just put house wire across there. That's what I had in my side by side, but that'll hold them from being blown over again. They'll all be stable to each other, so should solve the issue. All right, back to work. Let's get back down there and get this front porch cracking. All right, I kind of lucked out here. I cut that piece and it was just a little sloppy, barely. I mean, it would have worked, but so I went on this side and it was just a little tighter than that side, which is weird because this is 52.5. So there's a little offset somewhere in there, but I cut it down and it fits in there great. And then I went ahead and made that other piece. So now I'm back to this one. I'll remeasure, make sure I leave it a little longer than I measured this side. So the other side must be a little different, but we'll get her in there and get her nailed up. So it gives me a second chance, I guess. All right, just because the way the boards lay up on this, I'm going to go ahead and do this piece first and then bring this piece in, because otherwise when I bring this piece in, it'll be sitting on that trim piece instead of actually on the boards. So we'll go this way first to the center, and then we'll go that way to the center, and then I'll hit this side and then this side. Yeah, I will have to drop those corners down just a little bit, whatever that is, a ½ inch I think is what it is, so that it'll come even. So I'll have to chop that little corner out and chop that little corner out to make it sit on right and be flush. I'll have to do the same thing on this, there, and there, but I think it's the right thing to do just to kind of get that covered up. And it'll kind of lock all that together anyway. So typically I would have raised my or lowered my trim to the level of underneath, but I would have had to redo every single bit of it. So yeah, anyway, I think this is going to work out just fine. And then the fronts would have looked funny because they would have been lower than the, anyway, you get the idea. But if I was to do it again, I would have redid it all. But if I was to do it again, I would have redid it all. Well, that's the truth. But if I was to, you know, if I was starting from scratch and didn't have already built these posts, I would have done it differently, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, let's measure this off and stop talking because it's not adding nothing but confusion. And yeah, I'll get going here. Alright, so I'm pretty pleased with that. It came out nice. There is like a slight arch in that board, which it is arched the right way too, so that's fine. But I don't think you really tell too much once I get that front face on there. But you can see it's even on both ends, and then it kind of comes down to the center. But that's the way the board is. The board's arched just a little bit up, so which is fine. Again, it's better arched up than arched down, right? So they crowned it the right way. So we just kind of worked with that crown and got our line straight, and there you go. All right, so yeah, just to keep pressing on, I'm going to do the two sides. I don't know how far those are actually. I'm going to have to measure. I don't know if I can do it in one board or if it's two or what, but hopefully it's one. It should be. It should be. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we'll work on that next and get those in on both sides, and then probably start the chop trim piece around on the inside, and then maybe switch to the outside and get the bottom of this going. We'll see. Again, it's one step at a time. That's all you can do, right? Take your time and get her done. All right, so I think that came out pretty good there. I'm digging it. Everything seems to be nice and tight. So I guess, you know, I had a little trouble around those bricks, but I just kind of shaped it to the bricks. It's all going to be covered by rock anyway, so you're not going to ever see that, but I was just trying to keep it as tight as I can keep it. So now I'm going to switch over to this side and do the same thing. And then probably after that, I'll probably switch out here and do these two pieces is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure if I should box that in first and then to put the the wood right up to the end of it, or if I should, yeah, that's probably what I should do, huh? Yeah, probably should box that in. I'm not sure though. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Got it going all the way around, so that's good. So now I think I need to do my 3/4 inch stripping above that, and then I'll step that out like a crown molding all the way around there. And then I'll start figuring out what I'm gonna do up here. But we're gonna get this done first, and then we'll go from there. Actually, I think I'm gonna measure this out and get this one in. I may do it on both sides just so they're in there. And then I can work on other stuff. That would be good if I got those two done too. Could get that whole lower portion done. Alright, so that's kind of how it's going to step up, kind of crown molded or whatever. But I got to get two 10-footers. All I have is 8-footer pieces, so I need two 10-foots for each side. So I'm going to have to figure out where that's at to go get it. But yeah, I think that's going to look pretty slick there, all in all. So I just have to do the other side, but I need to box in the corners before I do it. I need to get 10-footers before I can do this. I need those 10-footers in before I can do the up and down. You know, one thing leads to another. So I'm either going to mow, which I need to do, or I'm going to start boxing these ends in so I can get that front board on there, because I can't get that front board on there until that bird box is built on that corner. So I may work on that. All right, it's a beautiful morning and I'm going to be working on the bird box on this corner. I got to get the bird boxes made before I can go further with the white plastic on the front. And then maybe I've got to finish my yard. I finished most of it yesterday except for the front yard. The clutch came loose, so I had to fix that. I was tired, and quite honestly I think I forgot that over there. Got out of my routine, but waiting for the grass strap to do that. So I'm going to work on these two bird boxes, probably get a little bit of fascia on that side just so I can break my bird box up against it, and then yeah, kind of go from there. So one thing at a time. All right, let me get work on this. All right, Wow, that came out really nice. I need to nail it, but man, beautiful, beautiful. I couldn't ask for better than that. So I need to take my time. It's not nailed, that's why it looks a little bit off, but I need to take my time and then recreate that over there. Man, I'm just thrilled with that. Good job. The only thing I should have done is I can still do it, I'll take it off, is fold the end tab under the other tab so that the lip is not ending on the very edge. I never even thought of that until just now. So let me do that and then we'll nail her up in there. If I can, I don't even know. I gotta be careful. But yeah. All right. Very good. Happy with that for sure. So let me get that thing nailed up there and we'll go from there. All right, so I know probably to you guys that's not too exciting, but to me that is crazy exciting. Getting that up there is phenomenal. I'm glad to get it done. So yeah, so now I can work on my big plastic boards now that go across here, and that's going to require me to cut that top corner, which I'm afraid to do, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I have to figure out the angles and make sure they're both the same on each side and all that stuff, you know. But yeah, thrilled to be at this point, honestly. So what I'll do is I'll get the board out. I'll measure. It should be 8.5. That should be longer, actually, because it's going to go further. So I'll measure out whatever center is, get that all figured out. Then I'll cut my two boards to length, and then we'll figure the triangle piece out on the end. So, all right, let's work on that. I'm actually thrilled, to be honest with you. That's huge, getting those two bird boxes done. Those were a little scary for me. I know it's no big deal to most people, but if you're not a mail person, I mean, I'm going to erase my little line up here because it's going to... Oh, it's a nick. Oh, I thought it was a line. I nicked the corner off a little bit. Well, what can you do? Oh, now I put a line on it. All right. Let's stop screwing around and get this board cut. right, so I think that came out really good. I'm happy with it. I got my top scrap wood on there to hold that out for the trim, the crown. And yeah, it came out really nice. This side, of course, is looking good. I need to go get those 2 pieces for the sides there, and then I need to do whatever I'm going to do up here. But I was thinking I might just do the caps up here, start working on that, the cap board, because then when I put this front one on, I can just push it right up against that cap. It'll be nice and tight, and there'll be no gaps. I think it's gonna be nice and tight anyway. I just would rather just push it up against it. So so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going to work on now, is the caps. All right, well, that came out pretty daggone good. I'm actually 100% thrilled with that. It went in first time, which is crazy. Usually I don't get that lucky. So yeah, looks good. Now I just got to do the other side, get that in there, and then I can put my front trim piece on, and then we're really doing good. Really doing good. I like it. That's pretty cool. All right, well, let me get the other side cut. I will have to make like a little piece right here, but that's no big deal, because you couldn't be able to get it in otherwise. You have to slide it in somehow. So I'll just make a piece that fits in between the two, and it'll be nice. All right, practice makes perfect. The second time it went in there just absolutely perfect. Lines up nice, really slick. So now I just need to cut the 6-inch boards. What are they, 5.5-inch boards, or 6-inch boards is what they call them, but they're 5.5. Get those cut, and then I'll need to make a little lip for the edge of this right here, just to fit in there. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Stoked to get that far. So if I get these other 2 boards cut, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to go mow, and then I'll need to do a Lowe's run to go get the rest of the wood. But you know, one thing at a time. All right, it looks really good. I got that top piece in there, so the center piece is in now. So that beam is finished. I just need to go get the 10-footers for the tops on each side, get those nailed in. But I love the beam. It came out really nice. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. Of course, I still have to do my deals at the top, but you know, one step at a time. I also need to build the little boxes to go around the top of the beam there on the sides. That'll still need to get done so I don't get you know, insects and stuff up in there. And then I still got to do that little bit of metal work on this side to finish this side off. But and the bird house on the end, and then the whole side, and then all this. One step at a time, right? Yeah. So anyway, what I'll probably end up doing is bending all the metal and have it all ready to go. Have all the stuff soffit cut and ready to go, and then that way when I rip this off I can get it on there, go all the way around. But we'll see. All I need to do is I'm good here on the front. I got to do the other side, of course, but then I could do gutters. But then I'll need to get this all done, and then all the way around the garage to the back porch, and then I can get gutters put on, and from there I can take my time. And I'd like to get the beams, the 2 posts on the end of the garage office done, so I can get those gutters and these gutters done at the same time. But we'll see. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, well, I'm going to clean up. It's like 90 something degrees and I need to go mow, so I'm going to do that, and then yeah, that'll be my day. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Looking good.